Hey there, welcome to the Teeny Tinkers channel. I make ball jointed doll and art related content. It's time for a collab. So this is a doll that comes from Zora's dolls. I've had a doll from Zora before. Super cute, always love them. If you've seen the title, you'll know that this is a Melanie Martinez Portals inspired doll. And if you've been around the channel, you'll know that, hey, haven't you done one of these before? So the one I did before was for Butterberry dolls, and it was just a pink doll with ears that I thought would make a cute Portals monster. This one is actually sculpted as the Portal monster. So when Zora's dolls reached out and asked if I would like to style her, I said absolutely. So getting back to this unboxing, she comes in a custom doll box, and when I open up, there's a lot of pretty purple packaging inside, including this purple envelope which contains the certificate of authenticity, a note from the artist which I quickly read to myself and was very sweet. It also came with this cute art print and a really cute sticker as well. I love when the packaging is unique and when the artist has drawn the stuff themselves. That's especially my favorite. This is so cute. All right, let's open this up. I'm so excited. So under that pretty purple packaging, we had this really cute charm as well as this really great white synthetic wig. Now, normally I like a good yarn or viscose wig, but this synthetic one is super soft, and I am so appreciative that the artist sent this along. This will save me some effort, especially since wig making is not my strong suit at this point. The doll bag is covered in mushrooms, which is very on brand for this doll, and a really cute pink and lacy type zip closure. And oh my gosh, there she is inside. She is so pretty. But before we get to her, let's open up her other goodies. Zora has made me some midnight blue kind of resin shoes. These are gorgeous. She's also sent me some fully blushed and painted heel feet, and also the flat feet. She's also sent me the most gorgeously manicured hands ever, and all the freckles are so pretty. I can't. The full doll, top to bottom, is blush. So yes, dolly nudity, very, very much dolly nudity. The blushing is absolutely gorgeous though. It looks so good. And this face up, wow, stunner. The eyes, everything. Chef's kiss. She looks so freaking good. I am so excited that this is my starting point. I can't even. Also, if you're thinking, wow, she's blushed, she has a face up, she has shoes, she has a wig, what is this collaboration? And the idea is for me to make the outfit and style her. As I've mentioned before, I have been working on my sewing and trying to make things better and more intricate. And this is a really great way to start because all I have to do is the sewing for this doll. Before I get started on sewing though, I wanted to quickly touch on a goal I'm working on and a quick little update. So I am really trying to hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel and 1,000 on my second channel, which you can find on my main channel, linked down below. So if you're not already subscribed, I post once a week at least, usually twice a week now. I have a podcast, there are shorts, there are lives. I would super appreciate if you subscribed and hung out with us here on the channel. The quick update is that you can now shop some of my merchy type stuff, aka mugs, t-shirts, stickers, right through YouTube under the store tab. If you haven't been already, go check it out. All right, anyways, let's start sewing for this doll because it's gonna be a long one. I am kind of starting backwards where I'm looking at all of the trims and laces I have and working from there. I'm hoping this will be easier than trying to find everything to match. And I think it works out in the end. I'm shooting for a lot of pinks and greens and whites. So I would say that my idea for this doll is very Portals meets K-12. If you listen to Melanie Martinez or if you know of the styles, K-12 is a lot more of the kind of sweet and pink, but I think bringing in some of the earthy Portals, mushroomy, foresty goodness is going to be really beautiful. So let me know what you think about that. Here is basically all of the things I have pulled out to use, kind of laid out around the doll, which is going to give me a really nice vision of how everything's going to pull together. All right, so to get started, I'm doing something you've never seen me do before. I am making a pattern Everyone gasp, everyone be shocked. I never sew with a pattern, but I have started. This is called a tape form. I watched a video of a cosplayer doing this, and it seemed easier on a people-sized body, but it's the same concept here. So I basically taped onto plastic wrap, so not directly on the doll, so that I could basically draw out the shape of the corset I wanted to make, and then cut out the pieces. I did not need this much plastic wrap. I end up having to pull a bunch of this out. Once I do that, I make it so it lays flat, and then I basically just trace over it and then add some seam allowance. I'm just labeling out like how much of each piece I need. When I have the little dotted lines, that's indicating a fold to me. So I'm cutting out basically 2 pieces of everything for every piece because I'm gonna have a lining side as well. This way it's a little more structured, has a little more shape, and hopefully it looks a little more finished. All right, I'm getting started with this light peachy pink fabric I've got, and I'm just going around and lightly tracing all of my pieces out with pencil because pencil washes out, and obviously this part's gonna get sewn over anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Once all my pieces are cut out, I can go ahead and sew them together. Like I said, I am working on my sewing a lot, but it's not like 150%. All the corset pieces are cut out now, so I am going to do a skirt. Now, I'm going to do basically a midi type skirt in the same pink, but I'm going to go over it with that purpley pink mauve lace from the beginning that I showed. I don't want it to look exactly like one solid dress. I just want it to be kind of a cord type look. And the skirt's really simple. It's basically a long strip of fabric with a piece of lace over it and an elastic at the waist. I am using green and gold thread, which I know I could have used pink and made it more kind of homogeneous, but I thought that the gold on top would be really, really pretty, and I didn't have a gold on the bottom, so I grabbed like an earthy green instead, and I also didn't have a peach pink, so that's why I did that. Okay, so this is what the bust piece looks like as I'm starting, and now I'm working on the corset-y piece. This is kind of a pain in the butt because as I go, I have to turn every part inside out, or right side out rather, and then seam it together. It took, honestly, quite a long time to sew. Like, I would say like an hour and a half for just this like little corset top. I don't know. I think at this point, having the fabric be like, I don't know. I think at this point, just the small scale of it is what's making it difficult. I actually think it would be easier to sew a shirt for myself because like it would be a lot less fiddly. Okay, attaching the bust piece and obviously top stitching as well. I also make sure to turn the sides in, and then I'm adding this really cute ruffle lace to the bottom. I don't know, I think it's really pretty. It makes it look a little more Victorian. This is how I'm putting the skirt together. Like I mentioned, it's just lace over the regular fabric and then an elastic kind of cinching it all together. Also making sure to trim off all of the extra pieces. That's a big part of finishing, is just making all of the edges basically as small as possible, or adding zigzag stitching wherever I need to. I've also been like heavily investing in the usage of fray stop. So yeah, I don't have a serger and I don't know that I'm going to buy one. They're quite large and quite expensive. And I just don't know if I need that. I don't know, but let me know if you sew a lot of clothes or doll clothes in the comments. Do I need a serger? Do I need something else? If you're wondering what this little elastic is, this is, I don't know, it's kind of acting like underwear, but it kind of holds the skirt in place so it doesn't ride up too much or try and like pull up. And it also kind of doubles as underwear, like very saucy underwear, I must admit, but it definitely does the trick. Insert smooth vocal transition here that I can't think of right now, but it's time for Doll of the Week. And this week's Doll of the Week comes from Josie, the doll collector, who absolutely has been Doll of the Week before, I think. I hope so. Because Her holo in these photos is from, I think, the very first pre-order ever, which is incredible. And then also the two in the front are her Luna and Soleil from the Celestial Squad V1 pre-order. They look super cute. I don't know. I just love these kind of like casual, cute hangout photos. Thank you so much for sharing, Josie. I love to see them. If you want to be featured for Doll of the Week, don't forget to post either on Instagram with the hashtag or the tag, or you can always join the Discord, which is where a lot of the Doll of the Weeks are coming from lately. We're over 100 members, like well over, I think now. So if you want to join, that link is down in the description below. We would love to have you. All right, back to the video. Okay, so this is where my corset is at. It looks okay. Obviously, the stitching is not perfect. Like I said, I'm still trying to improve, guys. Like, it's really hard to stitch this small. And speaking of tiny stitching, let me just hand stitch some details and some beading onto this. And as well, I think I'm going to go ahead and add some kind of armband just to fluff it up. I'm not going to attach this to the corset. I'm just going to have these as separate pieces that I can put on the doll after. Okay, you know how I said mushroomy goodness? It's time for mushroomy goodness. I am making a mushroom hat. Now, this was like a big trendy thing to do on TikTok like 2 or 3 years ago. But, you know, as always, I'm late to the trends, so I'm making one now. I'm starting with cardboard and then craft packing tape. This is just cardboard I had laying around, and honestly, this worked really well. 10 out of 10 would make this again. I think I will make this again, obviously, but like, I don't know. I think maybe like a jellyfish next time. I don't know. I need to make a jellyfish doll. I think that would be heckin' cute. Let me know what you think. Like, I know at this point it's looking very arts and crafts, but that's what we love about it. It's also looking a little bit like farmery. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe she's a country girl. Who knows? For the fabric, I'm just going with this white kind of bumpy fabric I've got. I have a ton of this stuff and I'm trying to use it up, honestly. I am hot gluing this bad boy on. You all know how much I love my hot glue. This worked just fine. If it was like a human, like actual wearable, I probably would have sewn it if I'm going to be honest, but this worked. Once it's kind of gathered and bunched on the bottom, I just grab some pink thick ribbon and like kind of line it with that. Now to stiffen it up and to add a little dimension, I just make a peachy pink color and rub this over the top. All right, let's set that aside to dry. Now I also want to make a floral headband, so I'm using this green sort of like leafy vine ribbon I've got and some little flower decals and a bit of elastic, and I stitched them on by hand, of course, and that's basically how I made this headband. It was really easy, and I will definitely be making more of these because this is super cute. We're still not done for accessories. Girl needs a handbag. She's got to carry her stuff around somehow. And I have this amazing fluffy green fabric that looks like moss or grass or something. So I'm using that and then the daisy ribbon from earlier to make like a little just tote bag thing. It's not super intricate. It's not super fancy, but I think it is a cute level of detail that was super easy to add. And then I have this beaded ribbon that I'm just turning into some beaded jewelry. Finally, I'm feeling like there's not enough green in this outfit, so I'm gonna make some quick socks to wear with her heels. Socks and heels is like a cute thing to do. I don't know, come for me, I guess, but I like the look of it. Last thing. I know I keep saying last thing, but I 3D sculpted some flat little fairy wings and then printed them in a mostly clear but with a little bit of pink resin. Also, there's some stands for an art project in there. Ignore that. Okay, so this is how it came out. It's obviously like fairly transparent, but printing it on an angle made it a little less transparent. But I'm really happy with how well the details came out. I'm just going to go over them with some pan pastels and some mica powder to kind of bring out some of the details and obviously add more greens and browns into the mix. Like greens and browns are pretty outside my norm, but I really like the way it all pulls together. The mica powder I chose was an olive green type color, and like at first it wasn't really showing up the way I wanted, but it's super pretty, especially like in person. Like it's got such a nice sheen to it. I only painted one side because, like I said, it's transparent and you really don't need it. After that, I added a magnet with some resin, and I'm just going to use sticky tack to attach this to her back because I do not want to put anything permanent on this girl. She is super cute. Also, I want to be able to put this on over any clothes I may put on her in the future. All right, I know that was a lot, but it's okay. It is time to see it all come together. Okay, I have to say, I'm so pleased with this. I put so much work into this outfit, and I think it really paid off. I don't know, I'm really happy with how it all came together. I just think she is so cute. This wig worked out really well. I don't know. Let me know what you think of this. This is my busiest, wildest, most adventurous outfit I've made, and I'm feeling really good about it. But as always, I would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments. But with that, this is the end of the video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and for watching. If you're already subscribed, thanks so much for subscribing. And if you're new here, I hope you like the content and consider subscribing. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.